Hello, my name is Shannon. Thank you so much for joining me today for this yoga practice where we'll be focusing on stretching out our hips and our low back. So we'll be using 2 blocks, and if you don't have blocks, it's okay. You can do this without the blocks. Just do everything I'm doing without the blocks. And this is a great practice to do if you've first woken up and you're feeling stiff, or even if you've been sitting all day at the end of the day and you want to loosen up your hips and your low back. So we're going to start on our backs with our knees bent and our feet wide on the mat, palms facing down, taking a few breaths, grounding down and relaxing. And then we're going to let our knees gently fall right and left, taking your awareness to your back and your hips, noticing how you're feeling. And then we'll straighten our left leg, clasping our right shin, gently pulling our knee towards our shoulder, relaxing our face, our jaw, our feet, and using our arms to gently pull our leg in. And release. Let's do the other leg. And release. We're going to bend our knees and take our time rolling on our bellies. We're going to come all the way down with our forehead towards the mat and bring our fingertips towards the corner of the mat to the outside of the mat with our legs together. We're going to inhale up, pressing into our fingertips, and then exhale down. And as we do this, we're flexing and extending our neck. So we're doing sort of this undulation. You can feel your back muscles and your glutes starting to work a little bit. And on this last one, let's pause and breathe, squeezing our glutes, maybe straightening your arms a little bit more. And then slowly release. We're going to press back into a closed-kneed child's pose. So take your time, bringing your bottom towards your heels, relaxing your arms, breathing into your low back. And then we'll slowly press up, crossing our ankles so we can turn and come into an easy seated pose. So we're going to find our blocks and bring them forward, and very carefully with our forearms on the blocks, fold down, relaxing your legs, noticing where you feel this stretch in your hips. Really trying to soften all of your muscles. And then we'll slowly press up. Taking our blocks with us, we're going to bring them behind us with our fingers pointing out. You can have a slight bend in your elbows as we press into the blocks, reaching our pelvis forward, keeping our chin tucked, maybe squeezing your shoulder blades. And then slowly release down. Now we'll switch the cross of our legs and bring the blocks forward once again so we can go into that forward fold, getting this nice stretch in our hips. You may feel it on the opposite side this time. Really relaxing down, breathing. And then we'll slowly press up and bring the blocks behind us once again. Now this time, as you lift your pelvis, you can either keep your chin tucked or you can open up your neck looking back and breathing. And slowly release down. Let's open up our legs, bringing the blocks in front of us, and we're just going to move a little bit right and left, bending one elbow at a time. Feeling this stretch in our low back on the sides. And then we're going to carefully fold forward once again. You can adjust the blocks to wherever feels good to you as you gently fold down, relaxing your legs. All of these big leg muscles connect to our pelvis bone, and our back muscles connect to our pelvis. So all of these muscles we're stretching are going to help loosen up our hips and our back. And slowly press back up. We're going to go onto all fours, but coming down with our forearms on the blocks, so our knees are under our hips. And we're going to have our fingers just kind of resting on the mat here. I'm going to take our right leg, keeping our knee bent, and do some circles. And switch directions. You can make these circles nice and big, getting this mobility moving in our back and our hip. And then we'll come up on our right fingertips, so you can slowly bring the right foot towards the block, so it's on the outside of the block. We're going to change the blocks to a higher level. You may want to bring your knee back a little bit. And we're just going to come forwards and backwards a few times, getting the stretch in our hip flexors and our hip extensors. Maybe you'll get little cracks. And the next time you come back, let's bring the right block to the outside of the leg. We're going to slowly fold down, feeling a stretch in our hamstring, and breathing. And release back up. Let's heel toe our foot a little bit in, so our knee is over our ankle. We're going to raise the right block up, reaching up, getting this gentle twist. And release. We'll do the other side. And release. Let's bring the blocks back down so we can bring this leg back. And coming back down on our forearms, moving a little right and left. And then we'll pause and start these circles with the left leg. And circles the other way. And then maybe you want to come up on your left fingertips as you slowly bring that left foot on the outside of the block, bringing the blocks to that higher level, maybe bringing your knee back a little bit. And we're going to move forwards and backwards. I like to shut my eyes and take my awareness to my legs, to my hips, just noticing where you feel the stretching occurring. And the next time you come back, let's bring the left block to the outside of the left leg. Maybe pull that left hip crease back just a little as you fold down and breathe. Now we'll release back up, heel toeing that foot in a little bit, finding your balance here, kind of squeezing your legs together as you reach the left arm up. And we'll reach the right arm up. And release down. Let's turn the blocks on the lower level. We're going to take the left leg back and come into a downward facing dog. So pressing the base of our fingertips into the blocks as we move our hips a little right and left, bending our knees, moving your head. And then when you're ready, you find that stillness, pressing your chest towards your thighs and kind of like rounding your tailbone up as you reach your heels towards the mat and breathe. Now we're going to raise up on our toes and lift our right leg up, pausing. And then we'll curl that knee in, rounding our back, and carefully bring that leg to the left so you're placing the outside of your foot on the floor, dropping the back foot down, and reaching the left arm up into fallen triangle. And release that arm back down. Let's bring that knee up towards our nose, rounding, and then carefully place it in between the blocks. So we're in runner's pose. So let's bring the blocks to the higher level and move a little bit forwards and backwards. And then we'll pause, squeezing our legs together. Feel that left glute contracting as we reach the right arm up. And release it down. Left arm up. And down. And let's heel toe our foot to the left so we can very carefully drop our back knee and come down into a pigeon position. So your right knee can be bent as much as you need it to be bent. Doesn't have to be at 90 degrees. And then we'll walk our blocks to the right, getting a little twist so you're pressing into the blocks looking back, and you may even want to take that right block and place it on your thigh, getting a little twist here. And release. Let's go the other way. So we're walking the blocks to the left, bringing the left arm back, getting that little twist. And release back to center. We're going to drop the blocks to the side so we can slowly fold down. You can stack your hands if you'd like to put your forehead on your hands. Let's completely relax here. This is a great stretch for our piriformis muscle, which gets very tight if we're sitting a lot. Now let's very slowly press up. We're going to grab our blocks and slowly turn to the left. So we're on our bottom with our right foot towards our left thigh. We're going to take our blocks and reach them all the way up, really reaching up, and then slowly dropping them down so we can fold forward and relax. Now very carefully, we're going to walk our blocks back so we can bring our left leg around. We're going to go into downward facing dog, facing this opposite direction. So feel free to pedal out your feet a few times before you find that stillness. Now we're going to raise our heels up and bring that left knee in towards our nose, rounding our back. And then bring our foot to the right, placing the outside of the foot down, dropping our back leg, reaching our right arm up. Now we'll bring that right arm back down, curl that knee back in towards our nose, and then drop it in between the blocks, bringing the blocks to the higher level so we can move a little forwards and backwards in this runner's pose. Just got a crack in my ankle. I get cracks everywhere. Now let's pause, pulling our legs together as we reach that left arm up. And bring it down. Let's reach that right arm up. And down. Let's drop our back knee so we can heel toe that foot to the right. And carefully drop the left knee down. Blocks are down with our hands on the blocks. Moving a little right and left. Then we'll walk the blocks to the left. You can stay just like this, giving a little push, twisting, or if you'd like, you can bring the block with you with your left arm, placing it on your thigh. Should never have any pain, so be careful with what you do, always honoring your body. Now let's go the other way. Now we'll slowly make our way down into sleeping pigeon. So take your time, completely relaxing. Now we're going to slowly press up, walking the blocks to the right so we can take our time turning all the way around. Left foot is towards our thigh. Let's reach the blocks up and then carefully fold down, dropping your head, softening down. Now we're going to take our time coming up and we're going to go on our bellies. So in this pose, we're not going to use the blocks. We're going to come down into a Sphinx pose. So our elbows are under our shoulders, our legs are together and relaxed, and we're going to walk our arms to the left and sort of look back, pressing our forearms into the mat, getting this little twist in our low back. And then we'll very slowly walk our forearms to the right. So you're pressing your forearms down as you're looking back, relaxing your legs. And then we'll come back to center. So elbows under our shoulders. Kind of feel like you're pushing your elbows down and pulling them towards you. And then we'll very slowly lower down. We're going to go into a bow pose. So bending your knees, grabbing the outside of your feet, walking your knees together, pressing your feet into your hands, and then lifting your head and your legs up. Keeping your knees in, pressing your feet into your hands, and breathing. Now slowly release. We're going to gently press back into a wide-legged child's pose. So take your time. We were just extending our back. Now we're going to flex our low back. So relaxing all of your muscles and breathing. Slowing down your heart rate. Now we're going to press up, crossing our ankles so we can come down on our backs with our knees bent, and do a few windshield wipers, like we did at the beginning of class. Noticing how your back and your hips are feeling. Now let's place the bottoms of our feet together into a reclined butterfly. You can decide how much you're bending or straightening your knees. Your hands can be relaxed on your thighs, or you can open your palms up with your elbows bent, or you can even reach your arms overhead, completely relaxing. Now we'll straighten our left leg, raising our right leg up. You can have a bend in your knee, gently pulling our leg towards us, and then a little bit to the left. Feeling this stretch in the outside of our hip, our IT band. And release it down. Let's go to the other side, gently bringing that leg up. And then slowly moving it just a little to the right. And release. We're going to go into a short little shavasana here. So let your toes fall out, palms facing up. We're only going to be here for about a minute, but completely relax your mind, your body, letting yourself sink down into your mat. Now find a little movement in your fingers and your toes. We're going to bend one knee at a time, turning to come back up into a easy seated pose. And let's end class today with one final Om. So let's inhale in through our nose. Bringing our hands to heart center, bowing our heads, giving ourselves gratitude for showing up today on our mats to practice and come home to ourselves. The light in me honors the light in you, and together here now and always, we are one. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope your hips are feeling nice and stretched out, as well as your back. I would love to see some comments about how you're feeling. And if you're new, please subscribe to the channel to support this free yoga. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.